I'm excited that Studio Tenn is doing Steel Magnolias this season as part of their Unforgettable Women series because it is such a tremendous play. It is one of the foremost American plays about women, celebrating women, and not pitting them against each other, but really is about the community and the sisterhood of women. Something that we've really tried as a design team and a production team to craft together is to make sure that it's not a museum piece. You know, it's set in the 1980s, and that's a huge part of this, and people who walk in will still see the big hair, the floral prints, all the things that they want to see of the 80s. But we want to make sure that it stays grounded in realism and truthful and relevant.
This production is so exciting to me because of the people that I get to work with. There's so many different dynamics in this cast. There's a mix of all different kinds of personalities, and I think that's what makes this production of Steel Magnolias so unique. I know it has been produced a bunch of times, and you think you've seen Steel Magnolias, but you have not seen our Steel Magnolias. Malin loves her children all equally. I think the thing with Shelby is that she has an illness that Malin has to take care of every single day, 24 hours a day. I am a mom, and this resonates with me so much on many different levels. There are moments where I feel like I am not strong, that I feel like I am just keeping it together. But I think at the end of the day, I think that's what makes us strong. That we haven't given up.
Shelby and Malin's relationship is the mother-daughter relationship, and it is really the center point of the entire play.
Malin and Shelby are very similar, and a lot of times they butt heads because they're both so stubborn, but underneath that they're also both very nurturing. Shelby is a very strong, very sweet character, and I think the balance of her is finding that sweet spot between very stubborn and very caring.
Steel Magnolias is based on a true story. Robert Harling, the writer, it's based on his sister's life and something that happened to her in her life, and he wanted to figure out how to process that experience. And so a friend of his encouraged him to write a play. And so I think in about 10 days, he locked himself in his room and wrote this play. And it's one of the most well-known plays, certainly in the South, for the last 30 years.
It's very humbling to get to portray someone who is a real person. That Shelby's story is based on a real life story.
Steel Magnolia is a term in the play about women. It's the cross between femininity and strength.
I think you are made of something very strong that is indestructible, but colors everything with gentleness and kindness.
One of the things that makes Steel Magnolia so memorable is the bond between the 6 women in this show.
These ladies are not only live in proximity to one another, but they have made a community. Community is about having each other's back, being there in the good times, being there in the bad times, supporting one another.
Steel Magnolias is relevant today because it is essentially about community. And I think all people need to live in community with each other. It reminds us that we need to be with others in specific relationship where there's trust and love. And so I hope that people walk away remembering that, celebrating that, and looking to create that with others.
One thing I want people to walk away from this show is feeling encouraged to invest in fellowship. These women treat this beauty shop like they do church. This is where they encourage one another, they catch up, they build each other up and bear each other's burdens well.
I believe that theater should be welcoming to everyone. I feel that this particular show and Studio Tenn celebrating a season of women is so empowering, not only to us as individuals, but as a community. I want people to walk away knowing that their neighbor or someone in their community, somebody that they know, is dealing with something that is hard.
Audiences that come and experience Studio Tenn Steel Magnolias, I really hope that they walk away remembering the people around them and the relationships. Life is so precious, and there are hard parts and wonderful parts to celebrate, and so many aspects of what it means to be a human being. But who we are with and how we take care of each other is really the heart of this. These 6 women are powerhouses. They are powerhouse artists. They are powerhouse women. And I think when they're all together on stage, it is electric.